Today, shortly before 10 o'clock at 9:47 a.m., the Los Angeles County Fire Department received a 911 call of a potential helicopter down in a brush fire at the intersection of Los Virgenes Road and Willow Glen Street in the city of Calabasas in unincorporated Los Angeles County.
Personnel from Los Angeles Sheriff's Station responded to the scene of the crash site and assisted the fire department, and we've established a containment area, and now our Aero Bureau has a handle on traffic or aircraft accident. As the chief indicated, there were no survivors. We have a manifest that indicates that there was 9 people on board the aircraft, the pilot plus 8 individuals.
Shock and a stunned silence washed over the world as the tragic news spread and Kobe Bryant died in the fatal helicopter crash. Athletes and fans, politicians and celebrities alike all struggled to process the death of an athletic icon whose impact and fame spanned sports and culture. Compounding the tragedy was the death of his 13-year-old daughter, Gianna Bryant, better known to others as Gigi. While Bryant explored a number of ventures since the years of his retirement basketball, it was his daughter Gigi who kept him close to the sport, and the father and daughter, 7 others, were reportedly en route to one of her games when the crash occurred. Unfortunately, it was surprise. So seeing the title, you already know what this video is about, and I just want to say this, because I know that it's probably going to be said, but although I know that there are many who are, I am in no way trying to capitalize off of this tragic accident. It just so happens that this is the field that I'm in, and I felt the need for this to be a topic of discussion. I had already planned on doing a series on the funeral industry because that is my field, but this just so happened to be my first topic because of the tragedy. And I really feel that this is a very necessary discussion to have, even though a lot of people don't want to have it. They don't want to think about it. It's the last thing on their mind. I completely understand that. But it's necessary. If you can learn anything from that tragic accident, learn that life is not promised. And it can be cut short any time. You never know what can happen from one minute to the next. It's very important to love your loved ones. Enjoy them. Cherish every moment, because you never know. Those moments to cherish with that person may no longer be. Let's agree. We plan for everything, right? We plan for birthdays, we plan for anniversaries, we plan for the birth of a child coming into the world. We plan for college, vacations, retirements, and so forth. Now, why shouldn't we plan for our final wishes? While understandably, no one likes to think about their death, the fact remains that one day you will be there and your family will be left with a lot of decisions to make. You may not know this, but it is possible to plan your memorial, funeral, cremation in advance. Planning ahead for funeral wishes not only ensures that your final wishes are recorded, but it also alleviates the burden that is put on your family at the time of your demise. Think about it. In the moments after hearing about your passing, your family will be distraught, numb, shocked. It will be hard enough to make a simple decision at that point in time, let alone making funeral arrangements. I mean, that's a lot of pressure. Also, there is a chance that if your affairs are not in order at the time of your passing, it causes some families to bicker and fight over your service, which could have been avoided by just simply planning in advance. And a lot of people don't understand this, but planning in advance can save you money as well. But most people aren't going to plan a funeral. They're doing so for the first time in their lives. And because of this, they don't understand or know how to keep costs from escalating and often end up with a very pricey funeral. Do your research now, because like I said, life is not promised to us. So do your research now. You may think, okay, I'm too young. I'm too young to think about this. I don't want to plan my brother's, my mother's, or even my children's funeral because I don't want to think about that. I understand. I completely understand where you're coming from because, hey, I don't want to think about it either. But it is reality. It's going to happen, whether it happened now or it happens hopefully 50 years from now or whenever it happens. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. And I understand not wanting to think about it, wanting to push it off and put it off all the time. And this is what I hear from my clients that come in and say, oh, I really was planning on coming in here ahead of time before Johnny was going to pass, and I knew that he was going to pass soon, but I didn't think it was going to be this soon. And so I thought I had time, but now Johnny has passed and we don't have any money for the services. We don't want you to be in that situation when you don't have to be in that situation. You don't have to be in a situation where you're having to create a GoFundMe account or do car washes or sell dinners just to lay a loved one to rest. You don't have to do that. Plan yours and your family members' funerals in advance. I know that it's something that's hard to do, but it's something that's necessary. And if your family knows exactly what you want, if you've already laid it out and planned it in advance, then it saves your family on spending unnecessary money on stuff that you wouldn't have wanted them to do anyway. Also, by planning in advance, you're locked in to that price at that time. We all know about inflation. We know that stuff increases over time. But by you planning in advance, you're locked into that price and you don't have to worry about any type of inflation. As I said before, funeral planning in advance avoids a lot of arguments in the future amongst your family members. I cannot tell you how many times I've had families come in and bicker over their loved ones' assets, bicker over their loved ones' services, where the service is going to be, who's going to be performing the services, what colors are they going to wear, what flowers. I'm telling you, by planning your own funeral in advance, it saves your family from that big headache. The loss and burial of a loved one is already a stressful and emotional time. So by you taking care of your final wishes in advance, while you're healthy, while you're still here, while you're still able to laugh and talk to your family members about what you want, it helps with the grieving process. If, say, for instance, you were given a fatal prognosis, I'm not saying that you're going to be happy about that prognosis. No way. Not at all. But what I'm saying is you can be at peace knowing that you've already taken care of your funeral arrangements. And it can also bring peace to your family members, knowing that they don't have to worry about anything once you do pass on, that all they have to do is prepare themselves for your transition. At my firm, we offer a seminar called The Necessary Conversations.
The Necessary Conversation Seminar allows families to come together and begin the process of talking about how they would like to be remembered and shift the focus from talking about death to cherishing the memories of their life. These enjoyable and less intimidating seminars give families the opportunity to have their questions answered while also inspiring them to record and share their life's memories with the ones they love. This seminar would help you to get your affairs in order, or at least give you the information you need to get started working on it. Some of the topics discussed are wills, trust, living wills, Social Security benefits, veteran benefits, funeral and cremation services, cemetery arrangements, insurance verifications, and so much more. So let's recap. Pre-planning allows you to lock in future costs at today's prices, take your time and pay off the cost of the funeral over the course of time, rather than leaving your family to pay a big bill for funeral services after the fact, which reduces the financial burden on your surviving loved ones. It allows you to plan together as a family, and it also ensures the fulfillment of your final wishes. I will be doing another in-depth video on this topic, but if you would like more information about the seminar, please see the description box below. Remember, life is precious and can be taken away from you just like that. Don't presume that you will have it tomorrow, and don't waste it today.